All right, guys, welcome back to the Bull Ring. Today is Wednesday, March 13th, and tomorrow is March 14th. We have more news from the Fed, guys. So you see up here on my screen, I do have 8:30 in the morning. We will be covering retail sales and so on, all the way down to core PPI, guys. And then we'll be able to see PPI year over year, which is going to be one of the big ones. So, what are you buying? Are you holding anything? Leave it in the comments below. What is PPI going to do to the market? So, once we've seen this affect the market, but every single time this comes out, I've seen nothing burgers, guys. So, let's see what happens tomorrow. I am holding a strangle. Typically, that's what I recommend is you hold a strangle, because if this gets very volatile, you get to monetize. All right, guys, let's cover one of the big boys in the stock market today, and that is Google. Google did fall, guys, but now is in a recovery mode, or is it? So we have key levels up here of resistance. We got 1, 2, and 3 right there, guys. So what did we see? We saw Google hit a bottom here at 131, guys. But if you guys understand fibs, and if you don't, guys, I've got lots of courses that can help you with this. So our fib tells us that Google is now at the 61% retracement, guys. What does this mean? This means that Google can start turning back down, guys. And let's look at it a different way so you understand what I'm talking about, because it looks like if Google turns down, the market will follow it along with Microsoft, guys, and we will cover that as well. All right, so let's do a quick fib on Google from the top to the bottom, and it doesn't matter what time frame you're in, guys. It's all the same. I can switch this over to the daily, and we're going to see the same thing, guys, right in here. Check that out. So it doesn't change. You can put it on the 1 minute. You can put it on the 5 minute. It's going to do the same thing. Okay, so let's take a look at what is going on with Google. So Google, from the top to the bottom, guys, is now near the 50 retracement area. Now, what happens when it hits the 50? Usually it will reject and continue to go down, guys. Now, if it does get up to the 78% area past 61, we should see a reversal. But you can already see an amazing rejection hammer right there. Look at that candle. Rejection. The wick on top of it tells me that they are driving that price down. Now, it is bullish, guys. All these candles are bullish right now. So Google is being bought. Now, one of the reasons it's being bought is because it's super cheap at 131. It's an AI company, guys. Great investment if you're into AI. So last time Google had a rejection hammer, look at that right there. Okay, and then it started to drop down. So be careful if you want to invest in Google, guys. I would wait for this area here for Google to make sure it gets past this area before you start to invest, if you wanted to do that. Or if you wanted to start a short, it's not a bad time, but we do have news tomorrow. Let's see what happens. But Google will help drive the market up or down, so keep an eye on it. All right, as promised, guys, we're looking at Microsoft here, and you see that Microsoft did have an actual retracement. So it did pull back, and it did pull back a lot from the 421 area, guys. And it's been trying very, very hard to get back up there. And you can see it's been getting rejected and rejected. So if you understand charts, guys, you know this whole entire area has been rejection for Microsoft, along with this resistance line that I have up here. Now, Microsoft is the new Apple. It has the biggest market cap, guys. So keep an eye on Microsoft. Microsoft is in a downtrend right now, even though it's been headed up. Today it did test this support area here. It went down just a bit and they saved it. And the reason they saved it is because this is what I call, if you guys take my courses, you'll see this is a free money zone. Meaning there is not a lot of support here for Microsoft, guys. Okay, we're talking all the way down to 400. This could be a big drop from Microsoft, but you can tell they have saved it at least for today. All right, I want to point out a few key areas here with Microsoft, guys. So one of the things that I always teach, and I do trade live, guys, I always teach if you're going to enter in a short, always look for the 2 wicks. We got a wick there, and then we got a wick with a red candle, and it's a very large candle. And this is what's considered engulfing. You can see if you had any sunlight, okay, coming into that candle, you would not be able to see it on this side. So this is very, very strong on the way down. Microsoft tried to come up and it did. Like I said, today they got saved. Look at that right down there. That big wick shows that the price action continued to go up, but something started happening here, guys. We have wick after wick. Will Microsoft continue to go down? Okay, keep an eye on that on the 2 hour. This is starting to look a little bearish. Okay, and we do have the cloud that is starting to curl down. So who knows if it's going to continue up, but it is looking bearish. So be careful with Microsoft. This might be a good entry. Now, one of the things that I coach, guys, if you want to check out my courses, that's the Microsoft price right there. This is the moving averages that I use, and you can see that the moving averages are still green, meaning that Microsoft is on the way up. But if this price here ends up under this label all the way here, we're going to look at a turn down with Microsoft. So if you were going to open up a bearish position, guys, my suggestion would be is that you wait until you are in this area down here, guys. That's my advice for you. Be patient with what you are doing. Do not jump into a trade just because it looks great or you heard something on Twitter. Now, if you guys are finding value in this video, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget to smash that little bell so you get notified every time I do a video, guys, so you understand what is going on for tomorrow. All right, team, let's take a quick look at NVIDIA because the NVIDIA is the talk of the town, guys. Okay, now again, just like we did on Microsoft, we see a gigantic engulfing candle here, and it's just been bearish all the way down. But now it looks like NVIDIA is trying to make a run back up to the top. Now, what's going to happen here with NVIDIA? There's a couple things, guys, that you need to look at is that this is a gap that NVIDIA can fill, and if it does fill it, they will see an all-time high, guys. It will go past $1,000, but for now, keep an eye that we do have another engulfing candle, and we did go down. Now we have some big wicks here, which says that the buyers are trying really hard to get it back up there. Will they get it back there? Not sure, because this last candle at the end of the day, the last 2 hours was almost like a doji. So there's a lot of indecision here, guys. Okay. Now we do have support. Okay. And NVIDIA is finding it every single time on the way up. They're finding that support, guys. So if you're going to try to short NVIDIA, I recommend you do not. But if you try to, remember that this is what I would do. I'm not recommending you do it because this is such a bullish move. If NVIDIA comes down and comes back up and hits that support and then continues down, that is a good bearish entry because you have rejection at support, guys. But like I said, I am not recommending it. I am staying bullish on NVIDIA. If you want to learn how to protect yourself, whether you enter a call or enter into an actual put, I can show you how to do a straddle. I can show you how to do a strangle, guys. And there are just a few other ways you can hedge your entry so that you don't have to worry about losing any money. All right, now we're going to look at the entire S&P 500, guys, and I'm going to draw you a little bit of a parallel channel here so you understand what's going on with the S&P. Okay, this is a little bit bullish still. Okay, we are seeing a few bearish signs, guys. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. We did have an all-time high here, guys. Okay, look at that. We're at 518 and change. Okay, and of course we did have the pullback. Had a lot of news, had a lot of whatever burgers, and everybody started selling off. Okay, and now we are making our way back up, but we are seeing rejection, guys. Rejection in one key area right in here. Look at that. Right in the 517, 518 area. Now, if SPY can get past this area, we can see SPY go all the way to 525, guys. So make sure you understand that if the stock is going to move back up, it's not going to take a lot for it to move up. Look at these big old giant candles, okay? I'm not going to say big ass candles because actually I could say that. So they are big ass candles, guys, and it can make a move up. So it could come here, okay? And this is what I'm looking for. If you want to be sure, if you're a new trader, okay, let it go past the original resistance, let it come back, bounce off that resistance, and then continue its way up. Okay, your entry will be right there, right in here. Okay, so be careful with the trade, guys. It is looking super, super bearish here. Let me show you a little downtrend line there, guys. We have that, okay, and then we do have this, so we might see a pop. Okay, this is flagging, but again, it could be seen as an ascending wedge, guys, but we do have the support. Okay, make sure when you guys are charting, you look at where it's actually bouncing. These are general areas for now, but for now, it does look like it has a downtrend. But now remember, we're going to have news tomorrow, guys. And if the news is positive, everybody and their mother is going to jump in and start buying the S&P 500. And we could see this thing run up $2 above 518. That's easy for the SPY. So keep an eye on the news tomorrow before you buy anything. And until the next time, guys, I'm wishing you a green week.